Hey guys, Luke here with Johnstone Property Maintenance. Today I'm just going to show you guys a short video on how quick and easy it is to change and sharpen your lawnmower blades on the John Deere 636M in specific, but almost any zero turn or lawnmower will be similar to the process that we're going to do here. Alright, so what you need for the John Deere 636M is an impact, a 15/16 socket, and then a wrench, 15/16. You may need an angle grinder if your blades have any dings in them, just because you'll have to flatten the dings out and then resharpen them with our VEVOR lawnmower blade sharpener. I highly recommend getting one of these if you guys run a fleet of lawnmowers like we do. We have about 8 or 9 lawnmowers a week that we have to sharpen blades on, so this thing saves us a ton of time. And there's also no guessing because it has an angle already put in, so then you just slide the blade through. But we'll get there after we pull the blades off. So you'll also want a low profile jack, so it'll fit underneath your deck. See how that just sneaks under, and the deck is as high as it actually goes right now. So if you don't have a low profile jack, this method may not work, but here we go. And my jack is very annoying, so sorry about that, guys. I tried greasing it everywhere, as you can see, but it just likes to squeal. And of course, whenever you are jacking anything up or hoisting anything and you're going to be working underneath, you want to make sure you have a jack stand to catch it in case the jack or hoist ever fails. Another thing you can get that makes things a lot easier, but I just have too much stuff in the way right now, is a crane hoist. This one's electric, and you can just hook that chain up there to the front of the lawnmower and hoist it up that way. But for the video's purpose, and most people don't have one of those, I'm just going to use a jack today. Alright, so now time to get down on the ground and dirty. You want to use your 15/16 wrench on the top of the spindle, on the nut up here, and then use your impact on the bottom of the spindle below the blade. You want to reverse, obviously, as it's not reverse thread. And then don't lose your nut up top, because it's happened to me before, and when you go to clean the deck, it gets mixed in with all the clippings, and yeah, it's just nasty. There's one. And this specific machine only has 2 blades. Again, don't lose your nut up top. Leave it there so I know where it is. And then there's my second blade. We'll take them over to our VEVOR blade sharpener. Alright guys, so I'll show you how our blade sharpener here works. I believe this blade sharpener was around 350 Canadian dollars off the VEVOR site, but this is actually kind of a knockoff of the, I believe it's the RBG blade sharpener, which goes for, I believe, close to $1,000 Canadian, and this one does the exact same thing. So that's VEVOR lawnmower blade sharpener model JLD10-8. Alright guys, so that is one blade done so far, and like I said, this is set to leave the perfect angle that your manual recommends. So, simple as that. Next one. Okay, simple as that. Before you put your blades back on, you want to clean out your deck, which I use a little spatula, which is all the way on the ground over here. Just something like this, a putty knife, spatula, whatever. You don't need to go crazy on it, just get the clumps that are blocking the way the grass can shoot out, like right there, one right here. So just like that. You don't need to get no hose out and whatever, because it's just going to look like that again after one cut. So get whatever clumps you can off without going too crazy. And then we want to put our blades back onto our bolt. Like I said, we didn't lose our nut, so. And the John Deere 636M blades are not timed, so it doesn't matter how they go on, but I prefer to have them parallel, which I'll show you what I mean when I've got them both on. I find it helps shoot the grass out the deck better if you run them both parallel, so they'll both go the same way. But that's preference, because they are not time blades, so there's nothing in the manual or anything that says they need to go a certain way. A lot of lawnmowers are timed, so this is just for the John Deere 636M. And there's our nut. Throw it on by hand gently. I like to tighten this second one up all the way by hand so the blade doesn't move and stays parallel with the other one. And then simply tighten it up. And that's it, guys. Simple as that. I would say in under 10 minutes, you can remove your lawnmower blades, sharpen them, clean your deck, and install your lawnmower blades back on your machine. So, appreciate you guys watching the video. If you want to see more videos on some other equipment. I've got we use chainsaws here, we use lawn rollers, aerators, and yeah, we got lots of equipment here I can make videos for. So if you guys would like to see some more, please comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you on the next one. Thanks.